Hi there. So in this yoga practice, we are going to be doing some postures to help us sleep better. Now, sleep is a really big issue. It is for me personally. I have trouble sleeping, and it seems to be a very common thing. And so maybe a nice yoga sequence just before we go to bed will help us drop off and sleep a lot better. So it's all about calming down the nervous system, which, if you've had a very stressful day, will be absolutely full on. You will have been in your fight or flight maybe during the day in terms of your adrenaline and cortisol levels. And now you need to calm all that down and try and go to sleep. So what I suggest for this practice is that you put on your sleepwear. So, get your jammies on. Got mine on here. And brush your teeth and everything. Get completely ready for bed. And then turn off all your devices. So I don't think it would be that helpful if you do the sequence and then go and watch telly or look on your phone or whatever, because you'll just stimulate yourself again, okay? So this really needs to be like the last thing that you do before you're going to go to sleep. And I would practice either on the bed. So what we're going to do, you can actually do on the bed with support, pillows and so on, or you can just roll out your mat somewhere near the bed, like on the bedroom floor perhaps, or a room next door, somewhere close where when we're finished, you can go straight in to bed and see if you can nod off. Now, you might need to have, if you'd like, you could have your yoga supports with you. So if you know that you practice with the belt or with blocks, just have those round if you need to. I've got some pillows here. I've got my bolster, my blanket, and I've got my belt and my blocks. I might need them along the way. Okay, so let's get ready to relax. Just find some calm and then hopefully sleep a lot better. Okay. It starts with child's pose. And so we're going to take our knees wide, toes together, leaning back, and then coming forward with the head. Now, if you're on the bed and you've got some supports that you'd like to use, and of course, you can always pile up the pillows here and just relax down. And if you've got tight hamstrings, remember, bolster, always have that underneath the thighs. And then relaxing down. So the important thing is to get completely comfortable in your child's pose. And what we're aiming for in every posture in the sequence is 8 full breaths. Now, we might not do 8 during the sequence, but just bear that in mind, okay, as we go along. So you're in your child's pose now. And then breathing into the heart center. So a couple of more deep, full breaths, just softening down, softening down. Good, and then we'll inhale now gently. So just moving gently between the postures. And from here, we're going to go into half frog. So go ahead and straighten your left leg and take your right leg out at a 90-degree angle with your foot flexed there. And then just making a nest with your hands, placing the head onto your hands, and just turn your head the same direction as your knee. So that's to the right. Now again here, if you need some support, your hips are tight. Get your pillows so that your hips are a little higher and can rest down. So it's nice and comfortable. And then again, aiming for some nice deep breaths here in half frog pose. In and out of the nose. A few more breaths here. Now remember that you can move around in these restorative postures. So if that's not comfortable, just keep making sure that you've got some support. Good. So then on an inhale, you're going to calm up, and we're going to go to the other side. So straighten your right leg, and then coming forward. You can even use a bolster. If you prefer to use a bolster, then you can use that to support yourself. So take your left leg out 90 degrees, the foot is flexed. And then just again, turning the head towards the left, same direction as your knee. Couple of more breaths here in half frog. Good. And then on an inhale, we're going to come out of half frog. We're going to turn ourselves around to go onto our backs for reclining round angle pose. Now, if you're on the bed, it'll probably be enough support for you to just lie back onto the mattress and take the knees out with some support. So bringing the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out to the side, and then resting down. Now, if you are on the floor, then remember that you may need, the pillows aren't high enough, you might need some blocks. So either way, you're going to get yourself down, nice and supported, so that the legs rest, the thighs rest on some support, so that you're nice and comfortable, lying down. You could even have a blanket underneath your head. So you can see the theme here. It's about being really comfortable and supported and relaxed. So soles of the feet together, knees out, everything relaxed. And take your hands and just rest them on the tummy. And just take nice full breaths. Again here, aim for about 8 or so. And just really tune in to the rise and fall of your torso, chest and your belly as you breathe in and out. So just let your hands float up and down as you breathe. Keep checking in that your body is completely relaxed, that your face is holding no expression, the jaw, forehead, everything is relaxed. It's nice, deep breaths in and out of the nose, but in a relaxed way. A couple more breaths here. Lovely. And then on an inhale, you're going to bring those knees back in and perhaps remove any yoga supports that you have been using. And we're going to come into happy baby pose now. So might need a belt for this or not. So basically, whether you're on the mat or on your bed, lift the knees up. Let your hands rest now onto the soles of your feet. Turn your shins so that they're perpendicular to the floor and that your knees are sort of aiming for your armpits. And then relax here. So with every exhale, push the feet just slightly into your hands, and the hands are going to pull down and form some resistance.
So just work with what is comfortable here, nice and easy. Now, if your hands don't reach the soles of your feet, just take a yoga belt. And again, just align your shins so that they're perpendicular to the floor, and then just work in this way. So you're pressing the feet into the belt, but you're resisting as you pull down with the belt just slightly, aiming for the knees to come towards your armpits. So working with some nice full breaths here. Happy baby pose. They do this, don't they, babies? So relaxed. So just softening, softening, softening down on every exhale. Just work with whatever space there is here. No need to push, just relax and breathe. More breaths here. And then on an inhale, you're going to release the belt or your hands, and you're going to stretch out your right leg. And then we're going to take our hands in front of the left shin and just work with a nice back stretch here. So with every exhale, you're going to draw that knee towards the chest. Keep this right foot active so that you're sort of grounding down through the right leg so that you can get a nice stretch. Working with the breath, every exhale. Keep checking in with the face, the jaw, and the shoulders. Just make sure that there's no tension creeping in anywhere as you soften down. Good. And on an inhale, you're going to take that left leg out and then bring the right knee up. Again, just hooking the hands in front of the knee there. Let this right foot relax. But keep this left leg active and grounding. And same stretch on this side then. So with every exhale, drawing the knee just gently towards the shoulder. Rounding down a little through the lower spine, just to avoid any twisting in the lower spine here. 1 or 2 more breaths left here on this side. And then on an inhale, just releasing that leg now, and just bring your left knee up as well so that you've got both feet now on the mat with the knees bent. I'm just going to roll over onto my side here and explain that the next and final posture is legs up the wall. Now you can do this on your bed, just move the pillows, and you can have your legs up past your headboard and the feet on the wall. But if you are down on the floor on your mat, and if you've got a wall nearby, maybe just shimmy yourself over onto that wall. And just rolling over onto your one side and just aligning your buttocks up against the wall. And then just maybe having to adjust your hips a little bit here, but ideally we could get the buttocks up against the wall and then just let your feet drift off up towards the ceiling. And just again, just keeping your hands on your tummy if you like working that way, or equally, you can take your arms out wide, with the palms facing up. So just finding your inversion here, either up against the wall or actually on the bed past your headboard. Again, just checking that there's no tension creeping in anywhere. The face, the breath is just coming in and out of the nose, so nice and easy. Just feel all the tension now in your feet, in your legs, just draining away. A couple more breaths here. And we're going to get ready to come out of legs up the wall, out of our inversion. So you're just going to bring your knees to your chest, and you're going to roll over onto one side, which then brings us to our final posture, which will hopefully be the final one of the night as we go into our Shavasana. So if you feel like you're going to be falling asleep, then I recommend that if you're not in your bed, that you get on your bed now and get all nice and relaxed. But if you still want to stay on your mat, for maybe a 10-minute Shavasana, whatever you feel is right for you. And of course, as you do the sequence, you can make a note of the postures, and you can really stay for as long as you feel you need to in any of these postures. So the length of the sequence will vary depending on how you're feeling. But if you are on the floor and you'd like some support for your lower spine, then of course, by all means, have a bolster underneath your knees, have a blanket underneath your head, and of course, really important to feel comfortable and warm. So have a blanket over you, nice and relaxed if you're on the floor. And of course, if you are on the bed, then you're going to be all cozy and tucked up.
So with that, it just remains for me to bid you good night.